All right, guys, check it out. We're getting there. We're getting closer and closer. I got to cut a hole through there. Dustin come over and set it down for me. Yeah, oh boy, pretty strong. And it's pretty well centered. And it's pretty doggone level. And I put my level on it over here. I'm gonna move this table out of my way here now. My next project will be to get that pipe on through the wall, get it all secured, and then to bring my cabinet over, my little cabinet with the doors, and put it over here. And I may do that tomorrow, maybe. Get Ben or Dustin when he comes, drop the babies off to help me move that. I think it's gonna look good in here, guys. I'm excited. I may today go ahead and put my shelf up. I can do that by myself. And I get my hole marked up there and get that cut. And see if I can get me a pencil. I don't know if you can see it, but I got me we'll cut out a square right there. It's a 6/8 square with my skill saw with a metal cutting blade on it. And then I'm going to drill holes through that plywood, and I'll go around the back and make me a little bit bigger opening there, because I don't want that stovepipe close to that plywood. And I'll get marks back there and I'll cut that out. And then I'll be able to put my stovepipe through the wall. Okay, I've got the metal cut out. And I'll drill a little hole in each corner. And I'm going on the outside and with a square, cut out that from hole to hole, and that'll make that opening. It's 6.5 inch square opening there. So I use that grinder. It's a lot easier than that saw. It's the piece I cut out. So that's what I'll do. I'll drill a hole in each corner, go to that back side out there, and take my square and square up a place from hole to hole, and take my saw and cut that out. And I'll probably make it a little bit bigger out there than in here, because I don't want that stovepipe touching that wood. Okay? All right. Okay, I've drilled 4 holes, 1 in each corner. You can see daylight through there somewhere. Yeah, there you go. And I'll go on the outside and I'll square them up and make it a little bit bigger for my pipe to go through there. And cut it out with a saw. See how it'll go. There'll be another pipe come on this here, go on through the wall. And there'll be like a little round trim that goes around this here. You'll see it when we put it on there. We've got to cut the wood out first. The only issue I'm going to have is working off a ladder. You know, my knees don't do well. And I'm going to have to work off a ladder on that back side. Okay, but I'm going to get it done. I don't think Kim feels well today. Dustin moved the stove for me. And I can get all this other, I think, done on my own. I'll just take my time, have a few breaks, a few Gatorades. All right. Okay, guys, I've got the hole cut. And see, when that pipe goes through it, you have this trim that'll go over that like that, so you won't see the jagged cuts. Just like that. The pipe goes right through there. Okay, that's the way it'll be. So you won't see that jagged cut. That was tough because I had to cut through 2 walls. I had to cut through the back wall out on the outside, but I had also cut through this metal plus this wall next to the metal. You see there's 2 walls here. And I had to cut. This was the hardest one because I had to come back and grind this out to cut it with the jigsaw. But I got it. Okay. Okay. A lot of cleaning up to do here, but that's the way it's going to go. I've got to put a damper in it at the top of that pipe there. And I just temporarily stuck up there right now just to make sure how it looks. That's the way it'll go. And I think it looks pretty doggone good. We got to clean it all up. It ain't dirty in here. Anyway, I'm gonna take a break. Catch you guys later. All right, guys. On the inside of the room, I use one of these. It covers up the crack around where the stovepipe goes through. They sent 2 of them. This one would not fit on the back. I still got some daylight because I cut the hole a little bit big. So what I'm doing, I'm going to cut out a piece of this metal here that's flashing and put it over it. And I think it's going to do just as good, if not better. Should go like that. Let me see if I got the right size here. I think it'll fit. I think it'll fit. I'm gonna go out and try it. Well, I'll put it up next to the wall and put some screws into the wall, and that part will be done. All right, guys, I'm gonna show you what I got done today. And I told you Dustin moved the little stove for me. I've been out here, it's about 3 o'clock. I've been out here most of the day. And it was quite a chore by yourself, but Kim hadn't been feeling good. Everybody else is at work. Dustin set the little stove up. I put the damper in the stovepipe that Brandon sent me from Rhode Island. And I put the elbow on it. I cut the holes in the wall, went through the wall with it. I packed insulation all on the inside of the wall in there. The wood is probably about 3 inches from the stovepipe. It's not going to be a hot fire in here, so I'm not worried about it a whole lot. But anyway, I did pack a bunch of insulation in. I'm going to take you around the other side and show you what I got done there. I moved that table out, so I've got a wood box going to go over here. I didn't get to my shelf today. I'll probably do it tomorrow. I may do it late this evening. Whew, tired. Knees hurt. Anyway, then I'll get all the stovepipe put up. I'll have to wait on the outside. Let me go show you. I got a couple of pieces left here that I'm going to have help on the outside. Someone got to be on a ladder to do it. Hang on, Eddie. Hang on, baby. A lot of this stuff will be moved out of here, guys, when we get through. Okay. I'm coming. That little girl, I just can't tolerate her. Anyway, this is what I did here. I cut that flashing to fit that pipe. We got to put an elbow into here and go up, and then a cap on it up the top there. That's 3 pieces left: the elbow, pipe, and a cap. It's got to be done off a ladder. So Kim will either do it or I'll get one of you boys, excuse me, to help me. I'm coming, Heidi. Heidi wants to go for a ride. She's been waiting patiently, if you can call that patience. I'm coming, baby. You get me a Gatorade, we'll go and turn the goats out. All right, so that's what I got done today. Placed a mess out here. I'm through with a lot of these tools now. I can start taking them back to my shop and start working on the inside. All right, guys. I got my stovepipe put together and the caps on it. I'm gonna drill a tiny little hole on both sides up there too and put a little screw in them so they don't ever blow off or come apart. And after I put this on the back of the stove outside the wall, I'll put a couple of screw holes in it and a couple of screws, and then I'll tie the strap, the wire strap, metal strap up here to the rafter so it can't thaw away, and that'll be done. So I'm just gonna go over and get my ladder, and I'm gonna do that. But I'm gonna show you something that Dustin and I did. He helped me. It's good to have strong grandsons. I think this is so pretty. I am so thankful for the stove. Thankful for Kim's inspiration. I'm serious. Her, you know, tell me what she thought would look good, and it does look good. She's so smart. Dustin helped me bring my cabinet over, and the shelves are in the bottom. It has, I think, 3 shelves, I think. And it's a beautiful cabinet. It's antique. It's solid oak, except this top. The top was rotten when they stored it away. The doors had come off, and I had to redo the doors. I think one of these had come off one of the doors, and a couple of window panes was coming out. It was pretty much jumped out when they were going to dump it, and I got it and put a new top on it, although it's not oak. I got to clean it up. It's sitting out there in my B room, and I'll put the shelves where they go. It'd be great for storage, pots and pans, maybe some plates or something, you know, cups, whatever. Keep them out, and it's like pretty well airtight, so we won't have dust on stuff like, you know, cooking stuff. So I think it's gonna come in pretty neat, and it fits underneath the window just right. I was gonna center it. It's not quite centered, but I need space for my little stool to sit here in case I want to sit there and have coffee, and somebody sit over here or whatever. You know, I don't want to be squeezed. So I'm real happy with it, just like it is. Very happy. Heidi, I'm serious, baby. Heidi's been the most impatient little girl in the last few days. She just, if you're not doing exactly what she wants to do, exactly when she wants to do it, she gets upset. I love this thing. I sent Cuz a picture of it. He said, "Have you cooked on it yet?" I said, "No, it's too hot out here to cook right now." I will cook. I'm going to tell you all about this little stove in a different video. So when we get ready to start, you know exactly how it works, what makes it work. You get a little bit of history on it. I've researched it. Brandon gave me a whole lot of information about it. You know, the guy up there in Rhode Island. And because he has one and he cooks on it all the time, he said. And I'll tell you about the screws. You see, I drilled a little hole in through this here, in through there, and put a screw in it, a metal screw. Same up here. That way they won't come apart. They're not going to come apart. There's one on each side. And this is the damper. This is what opens it up or closes it up. Here, straight up, it's open. Smoke and everything, and they can go right out the top. Turn it like that, it comes crossways, and it makes the heat and stuff stay down in the bottom. It'll slow your fire down too. Now, one thing I was told about this little heater, they smoke a lot. They're not airtight, and it says sometimes they'll smoke around your burners. I don't care if it smokes. It ain't gonna smoke this little house up. It's wide open. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna get busy with this here chimney. I'm gonna go get my ladder. Okay, that I was showing you that elbow. We'll go on to here, and then it'll go straight up. And these wires will be pulled back by the rafters and tied off. And so that's the way it goes. I packed insulation in. You see a little bit of it in here. Packed it real thick around between the pipe and the wood that's in here. Plus the wood's about this far apart, away from the metal itself. Should be fine. If not, I got a water hose right here. All right, we'll drill a little hole right in through here. Tighten it up a little bit, huh? Pretty good thick stuff. Okay. That thing don't go off my lap. That'd be bad, wouldn't it? That would be bad. I guarantee you, it hurt worse than a little girl jumping up in my lap. But the real one off in my lap. This will keep it from coming apart. Heidi doesn't think there's any reason we got to sit here and do stuff. She'd just rather go for a ride. Heidi, it costs money to go places. Gasoline costs money, baby. She ain't worried about gasoline, Papa. All right, this joint will not come apart regardless. It's all one piece now. On this end, Ain't that cute? Now, we'll do the same thing with it. Alrighty, hang on. Hang on, baby. Yeah, dust come by yesterday. Brought little girls, and I said, "Hey, I need you just for a couple of minutes. Help me move that little stove into position." Well, he did it by himself. That thing heavy. And get out of the way, Papa. Get out of the way. Today, when he came, I'd already went over to the D room and got get that cabinet. It's heavy. I got it out and put it on my dolly. I couldn't pull it across some rocks and dirt. So I left it almost in the driveway. He drove up, he's shaking his head. So I come over and sat there talking and said, "Look, I need you for about 2 minutes to get today." He said, "I saw what you had." I said, "Look, put the tailgate down on my mule and you sit on it and pull it. Lay it back and pull it. I'll drive real slow." He said, "I don't trust you driving, Pawpaw. I'll pull it." He pulled it over here. I said it where it goes, but anyway, he pulled it over here for me. You got to take advantage of these old kids when you can. Now, I remember my grandpa would come. "Honey, stop. I mean, I'm serious. Impatient, baby. You need to hang out with Gigi more." Bro, what's wrong with him? That's what's wrong with you, right? My grandpa would call and say, "Can Gene come by today?" And I love to go over there. I love to hang out with him. And I'd take off, help him do stuff. And my dad got older. I was always there to help him. I loved helping my dad. My dad and I had a lot of fun. He had a real dry sense of humor. We'll talk about my dad one day, and my mom and my grandparents, individuals, you know. They're awesome people. I bought this little horse, kind of give you an example. My dad's sense of humor. And Gigi wasn't big. Gigi was little. Yeah, my wife, Gigi, was little. And I bought her this little horse, more or less to take care of, to try to get its health back. The little horse was in really bad shape when I got it, and we fattened it up pretty good. And she was out riding it one day. They kept wanting to go in these circles. My dad's standing there propped up on the fence, kind of like this. And she says, "Papa, why does it keep going in circles?" He says, maybe you're too big and they're looking for a place to lay down. That wasn't it, but anyway, it was funny. I come from a long line of pickers. People like to pick on people. I don't know why. I don't know why they do it. All right, I'm gonna go get my ladder. I'm gonna take her for a ride and get the mail. We're gonna get the mail. We're gonna go get the mail. Sit out there on her little old lazy butt, wanting to go for a ride. Now we're gonna get the mail, come back, and I'm gonna get my ladder, put this thing up. Okay, guys, it's up. It's up. That's all I'm gonna do today. My knees are wore out. That ladder finished my knees off. I'm gonna go in here and get me a Gatorade, and I'm gonna sit down in my rocker. I'm gonna try to figure out a place to put my little rocker. Every man needs a rocker in his kitchen. On those cold mornings when I'll be out making coffee, a man needs to be able to sit in a rocker. Now I'm thinking, I got room probably right here on this wall somewhere just to kind of set that rocker. And it's not big, it's a little glider actually what it is. And I sit down here. Woo doggy, Heidi. Woo doggy. Heidi's gonna give me a break, I think. All right, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna try to finish this video up. And it's 96 degrees, it looks like, in the shade here. And I'm gonna just relax for a little while. It's about 2 o'clock. And I may work on that little boat again a little bit when I cool off, but right now I'm just gonna sit and relax, okay? Kippy's gonna relax, Papa's gonna relax, Heidi's relaxing. Mason's in the man cave asleep. So we're just gonna kind of take it easy, guys, and I'll have another Gatorade here. I love these things. You ain't gotta send them. I do love them, but you ain't gotta send them. I can always go to the store and get some. I love you guys. Hey, I see a little hummingbird. They've been scarce this year around here. It gets so hot and dry. All right, guys, I love you guys. Y'all take care.